Up next, for the Trailblazers, playing it up. We are live. It's a Thursday night presentation here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along. And Stan, here we've got two of the highest scoring teams in the entire NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, there is firepower everywhere with these two teams. So defensively, you can't take away everything, but you have to try to take away something.
Limit some things, right, Coach? You can't stop everything on the play.
Not at all. You've got to pick your poison and decide what you can live with.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Antetokounmpo is out there with Jaylen Brown. And it's Fox. Then there's Wembanyama. Here's Giannis. Tries again. And Wembanyama with the layup.
Well, second chance points are all about a lack of effort defensively. Those buckets would drive me nuts.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. They set the pick. Here is Shakur. Just 4 to shoot. Wembanyama with the rebound.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Giannis sets a screen for Brown. Buries it from three-point range.
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the three, it really opens up this offense.
Porzingis with a screen on Fox. Here is Shakur. His numbers are borderline ridiculous in the best way possible at the moment. He's averaging nearly 33 points a game.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look for it.
There's a screen to the right side. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Brown's got 6 points.
He's looking very confident so far. The defense is going to have to account for him.
Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You take a look at the Trailblazers. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And, of course, San Antonio just need to take it a game at a time.
When I look at San Antonio, they've been on a tremendous run this season. All the pieces were in place coming into the year, and they haven't missed a beat. Great chemistry, great coaching, and potential to do some great things in the postseason.
Yeah, no one is taking them lightly. This is a team with everything you really need to make some noise in the playoffs.
And the baseline jumper, no good.
Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for De'Aaron Fox.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Floats it up for Wembanyama. Porzingis with the steal. Driving the lane. He gets it in there.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I had a chance to catch up with Portland's head coach. We talked about how they plan to deal with Jaylen Brown. Now, he said Brown's explosive off the dribble, so we have to have bodies in front of him, be physical with him, stay connected with him at all times. We'll see if they can keep Jaylen in check. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. They get the rebound. Launches a 3. Good on the three-point shot.
And scanning the floor well. Porzingis all about finding open teammates when they've got a look.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Portland trailing here. Well, Stan, when the Spurs landed the first overall pick in the draft, their fortunes changed back on May 16th, 2023.
Look, Kevin, the hardest thing for any franchise is to find the guy that you can build everything around. When they got Wembanyama, that dream came true for San Antonio, and they've got the guy they can build this franchise around for years to come.
Wembanyama sets a screen for Fox. Misses the three. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Into the lane, and he jams it with authority.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Yes. This building is stud. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Bobby Portis has checked in for Portland. Over in the corner, Brown. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
Trains it from beyond the arc.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And that's the beauty of Giannis. Always been a willing passer and can find the open man once the D focuses in on him.
Shakur passes to Portis. Portland moving the ball around. Here is Shakur. He's covered by Brown. That shot is off. Spurs trail by 4. Wembanyama sets a screen for Brown. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. And the Spurs scoring again.
I like the unselfish approach from Brown there, willing to give it up to his open teammates.
Screen by Porzingis. Bledsoe outside. Offline with his 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. And let's take a look at Giannis Antetokounmpo's numbers. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. He's right around 17 points a night, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
Here is Shakur. And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That's foul number 2 for him.
Wow, that's a tough foul to take there. That gives him 2 early on, and the coach might have to cut his minutes a bit.
Here is Shakur. 6 points for him. It's good. He's got 8.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
San Antonio calls timeout. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Here's the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been fantastic from three-point land in the last 10.
Well, this has been a hot three-point shooting team, and it starts with their passing, moving the ball to get quality looks.
First team foul.
Brown outside. Six to shoot. Pulls up on the wing. It's not going to fall. He's taken 4 shots and made 2. Here is Shakur. Comes up empty down low.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And with the trade deadline behind us, GA, that is a busy time for front office.
Yeah, and for every trade that takes place, hundreds more are proposed. I don't envy the GM's long hours behind the scenes.
He lobs it up.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Pass to Brown. And he banks in the layup. Brown's got it all tied up now for San Antonio.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Bledsoe outside. Here is Shakur. He's covered by Brown. From the wing, and it's good. 2 points. 10 points for him.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And it's Giannis missing.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession.
The lineup for the Spurs. Number 5, Gordon. Number 5.
Pass to Bledsoe. 5 on the clock. Here's Shakur. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Number 5.
No good on the second free throw.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Remaining first 2 minutes.
Bledsoe outside. Here is Shakur. Three-pointer. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Got a piece of it. Here's Giannis. Great D that time from Portis.
Now, he hasn't been great this quarter, but coaches need to try to figure out a way to get him going.
And Bledsoe has it in the corner. Tries from 16. Rebounded by the Spurs. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, you know they wanted a few of those plays back. What a tough way to go out in that one.
Yeah, it's often a game of very slim margins, and those close losses somehow sting even more.
40 seconds left here in the first quarter. And the Portland leading by 12. On the court right now for the Spurs. There's the pick. Here's Shakur. Goes to the fadeaway and hits it. 14 points for him.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, this is how you shut the door, right? You keep making good shots and you build the lead.
And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting grade has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up, and it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
Pass to Bledsoe. Here is Shakur. And good that time. And the Trailblazers lead by 14.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Puts up a 3. Cans it from downtown.
Number 5.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Bledsoe outside. Here is Shakur. The rebound by the Spurs. Giannis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
And they recover it. Goes back up. And the layup is good. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle skills for the Blazers?
Well, their defense has been really impressive, especially the number of blocks they've managed to get. It's not easy to keep denying guys at the rim.
And they've also refused to give up on their plays tonight, chasing after their shots. and just working hard for second chance points.
To the left wing. To the wing on the left. A baseline J. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his 6th rebound on the night. A pass to Fox. Back to Bagley. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Trailblazers. On Thursday and then on Saturday, they'll start it on the road and play the Clippers in Los Angeles.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Here is Shakur. Shoots over Hardy. A shot by Shakur, no good. Giannis kicks to Fox. Now here's Hardy. His last outing, 16 points for him. And he goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis.
In the lineup for your Trailblazers, number 55, Tumani Kamare.
Just 5 on the clock. Wembanyama sets a screen for Giannis. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Right wing. Pass to Kamare. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Portland, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game, and so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. Here's Wembanyama. Gets in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
Going inside. A basket by Shakur.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Pass to Hardy. Spurs working the ball around now. Antetokounmpo, no good.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
2 fouls for him now in the first half. He's going to have to be really smart going forward.
And Portland making a change here. Porzingis is checked in. Free throw good, Shakur. Spurs trail by 15. San Antonio calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
Wembanyama passes the block. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. They set the pick to the wing right side. Kamara off target from 3-point range.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
There's 1:54 left in the first half. And Portland making a change here. Bledsoe's checked in.
4th team foul. Substitution for your Trailblazers, number 21.
Portland on defense. Left side, Fox. Here's Wembanyama. There's 1:38 left in the second quarter. Goes up at the stripe. Giannis grabs the miss. Spurs trail by 15. Wembanyama passes to Fox. Here's Antetokounmpo.
Giannis.
Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
Assist goes to
Fox has got 3 assists tonight.
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive and forceful.
Bledsoe outside. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Shakur, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. He's got 23.
Well, maybe the defense thinks they can live with that, but he's pretty consistent from that mid-range area.
From past the arc, Portland grabs the miss. And how about this team? They've certainly impressed on the road this season, now up over 25 wins away from home. It's remarkable.
Well, give their coaching staff a lot of credit for preparing them to come into hostile environments and just totally silence the crowd. This team's character and how prepared they are makes them a nightmare matchup for anyone in our league.
Bagley, he's checked in for the Spurs. Fox kicks to Giannis. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Baseline J on the way. Bank shot, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Trailblazers out in front, leading by 17. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Well, right now for the Spurs, not much movement for them, remaining at the number 4 spot on the list. Cruising along, playing some fantastic.
Let's move on now to that first half we were watching. A brutal game so far for the Spurs.
Their opponent.
That'll do it for our show.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Portland leading by 17. Here is Shakur. Fires for 3. It's good from long range.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. And for the Spurs, we've got Brown and Antetokounmpo. He's out there with Wembanyama. And it's Fox. And the rejection by Giannis. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Here's Bledsoe. They lead by 20. It's the most we've seen. A 3, and another 3 for Portland.
Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
Fox finds Wembanyama. Porzingis with the block. Shakur passes to Porzingis. Bledsoe for 3. No good there.
Yeah, really unlike him to have this kind of game from 3.
Brown outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Now Wembanyama. Up top, Fox. 6 on the shot clock. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Here is Shakur. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
The Trailblazers have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. Greg, every year injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Spurs have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Fox passes to Wembanyama. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take Portland ball. Now let's take a look at the teams that have been holding their opponents to the fewest points in the last 10 games.
Well, their defense over the last 10 games has been exceptional. They're really getting after it and communicating well on that end of the floor.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Pass to Porzingis. Fires from 18. And they get it back. Portland no good that time either.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Fox passes to Wembanyama. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Wembanyama's got 13 points.
Yeah, instinctively, too. Fox there looking to be a ball mover, a facilitator.
Down low. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
It's time for dance kick.
That moment now to see the numbers for Jaylen Brown.
His last 10 games have been exceptional, averaging about 22 points per, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
Yeah, look, he is truly the kind of player you build everything around. Your plays, your lineups, it's all about setting this guy up for success.
Bledsoe outside. Porzingis sets the pick for Bledsoe. Out to the right wing. 5 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds in the game. And really, Stan, Victor Wembanyama has a chance to be one of those paradigm-shifting players. Don't you agree?
Oh, no doubt, Kevin. First of all, there are not going to be very many 7'4" guys come along. And then come with the skills that he has on a court, the length, his mobility, how fluid he is. It's unprecedented.
Back to Bledsoe. Lets the 3 fly. A rebound by the Spurs. Antetokounmpo's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Fires the 3. The shot, no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Left side, Porzingis. Here's Brown. No good on that one. Good D by Bledsoe. Trailblazers leading by 21. For the 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Bledsoe's got 6 points.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
Watch the bounce pass. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
3.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Pass to Bledsoe. A rebound by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got rebound number 8 now on the night. It's Brown on the wing. Guarded by Bledsoe. Here's Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
And now in transition is Bledsoe. Here we go. And he uses the glass on the layup. He's got 20.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. A move that likely helped the league's parity has been shortening max contract limits. Commissioner Silver says, we used to refer to it as dead money. Star player toward those end years sitting on the bench. We've reduced max contracts to 5 years, and in some cases 6. This way, it moves to more pay for performance. Kevin?
I think, D.A., that's a pretty good business decision. It's going to have nice ramifications.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Pass to Bledsoe. Tries again. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Floats it up for Wembanyama. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Number 5.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Portland needs to get off a shot. The shot by Bledsoe. Nobody around. No good on the triple. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Pass to Brown. Fires the three. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. Giannis has got 4 assists in the game. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Portis is checked in for Portland. The Spurs making a switch here. And here are the Trailblazers now. Pass to Bledsoe. Here is Shakur. He's covered by Brown. Bledsoe's got room, and he hits the jumper. Well, he's been waiting for that for a while. Bledsoe's got 5 points now in the quarter. Good D by Bledsoe. Portland leading by 15. Porzingis sets the pick for Bledsoe. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Jaylen Brown. The Trailblazers have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. Stan, we have so many great players in this NBA. I mean, every night, from top to bottom, each roster, there's so many great players. But in your opinion, who is the toughest to game plan against?
Wow, that is a tough question because there's so many of them where there's no good answers. You know, let's take Jokic, for example. If you play him one-on-one, he's going to score virtually every time. If you come in, double-team him, send the second defender, he's going to make the right pass all the time. There's no way to absolutely stop him. You just do the best you can to limit their team.
The great ones always have answers, don't they, Stan?
If they didn't, Kevin, they wouldn't be the great ones.
Outside for Bledsoe. And the 3 ball is good. Bledsoe's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Portland.
Well, he's going back to the arc. He might be building some momentum from range here in the second half.
Sweet move. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. San Antonio shooting it. Allen surveying the D. All sorts of time. San Antonio with the rebound. Pass to Hardy for three. Trains the three-pointer.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And for the Spurs, Fox is out there with Hardy. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Bitadze in at center. Allen outside. Here is Shakur. Clock is at 3. And a great assist by Allen as that one goes in.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And he gives up pounds to a lot of guys defending him, but that has never kept Fox from being in attack mode.
Shakur kicks to Allen. It's blocked, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. And Portland making a change here. Porzingis has checked in. Jaylen Brown's checked in for San Antonio. Clock at 6. Pass to Allen. Porzingis with the ball. Portland again missing.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Brown with a screen on Allen. From deep onto the Kumbo. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
You like to see Giannis hitting those, but you'll live with that if you're the defense.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. From 13, the shot is good off the backboard. He has 35.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Brown outside. A pass to Fox. There's the 3. And it's Portland with the rebound.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Porzingis. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeded. No good from the wing. Trailblazers leading by 23. Timeout Blazers. Well, Stan, I know you made the transition from college to the NBA as a coach and were successful, but is that transition for the players to go from college to the pros?
It's an incredible transition, Kevin. In college, let's think about it. The very best teams may have 2 or 3 NBA caliber players. You know how many NBA players are on NBA teams? 15 of them. And the pace of the game, everything happens faster, so all of your reads and decisions have to happen faster. That's what I think takes the time more than the skills themselves.
Pass to Bledsoe. That 3 off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around, just lucky he was off. Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Bledsoe outside. Inside. Porzingis passes to Bledsoe. From the arc. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Portland leading by 21. Something we're used to seeing here in the NBA, Coach. Retired players being critical of the younger generation. What's your assessment?
I think it's unfortunate, Kevin. I really do. I think the approach should more be from the retired players. They should have an appreciation of what they built and really enjoy the accomplishments of the current players. And then on the other hand, the current players need to look back and respect the foundation that those former players built for them.
Bledsoe for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Bledsoe's got 19 points.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And here's Brown outside. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Bledsoe outside. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Here's Brown. No good, unable to end this run. Portland's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
And Fox gets it to go.
Nice work inside from the smaller Fox. So cunning and crafty around the rim.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. So, Greg, you played the ball.